1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. Yes, yes, yes. Mr. Raphael Dawkins with the Combat Radio, and we are live. Okay. Hello and welcome to the Raphael Dawkins Combat Radio. Okay. So, what have we got in store? What have we got in store today? Okay, let's take a little looky. Okay. There you have it. That's the thumbnail. Those are the subject matters at hand. What are we talking about? We're talking about Errol Spence. Where does he go from here? We're talking about Terence Crawford. We're talking about Boots Ennis. We're talking about the IBF. Errol Spence hasn't fought an IBF mandatory in something like 3 years. Why can't I hear myself? Let me turn myself up in the cans. 1 2 1 2. Okay. 1 2 1 2, and that sounds nice. My mic sounds nice, but let's do the sound check. Okay, let's do this. Where are we? Still haven't fixed up the ad block. I need to do that. Well, anyway, let's stop the music for a second. Let's pause that. Oh Lord. Let's get into this. Still haven't sorted out the ad block. Ads popped up, really spoiling my enjoyment of YouTube. Oh Lord. Let's get into this. Still haven't sorted out. Let's pause that. Do that. Well, anyway, let's stop the music for a second. Okay, that sounds good. Let's bring the beats back. Okay. So we're looking at Spence, Crawford, Ennis. We're looking at Tyson Fury and Dillian Whyte. And who said it? It was Frank Warren saying, looks like Cardiff, Fury v Whyte, Cardiff, middle of March. Okay. And of course, we're looking at this weekend's DAZN card featuring top of the bill, Joseph Parker and Derek Chisora. Who's the donkey now? Okay. And we're looking at AJ's words. All I need is 3 more rounds. All I need to do is win 3 more rounds. Don't get it twisted. Don't get it conflicted. Don't misunderstand. He's not saying he wants a 15-rounder. Although he did say he's a 15-round, trains like a 15-round fighter. But that's not what he's saying. He's saying he won 4. Now all he needs is 3 more. So let's not get it twisted. We're going to get into that interview, exclusive interview. We're going to talk about that too and more, of course. Okay, but first things first. Hello and welcome. Have I said that already? Well, I've said it again. Hello and welcome. And first things first, let's done the sound check. So let's share. Give me a couple of moments to share my shizzle. Fertilize the earth. Let's do this. Let's do this. What's this? This thing looks different. What's going on here? This thing looks okay. I get what's happening. Okay. Share this. Share my shizzle. Boom. Okay, that's good. Just drop it in a couple more places and then a couple more places. Boom. Okay. So that's now in the secret society, but not much activity in the secret society. I don't know. I think people have gone on COVID breaks. Let's do the WhatsApp thing. Let's kill the volume on that. We are live. Boom. Okay. So, where are we gonna start? Okay, first things first, because we're gonna be talking about the AJ interview. If anybody hasn't seen the video, don't worry, because we're gonna cover it. AJ says, hold on, how do I do this? What am I doing? Let's clear the mind, let's clear the thoughts. What we're doing? Okay, we're gonna do the poll. We're gonna get the poll up bright and early before we get into the thing, before we get into the shiznicks. Okay, so let's get the poll done. Who wins? AJ, who wins? Question mark. Who's sick? Who's sick points? Who's sick? KO. Oh, yeah, KO. Joshua points. Joshua KO. Okay. Ask the community. Ask the community. Okay. So the poll will be visible in a couple of seconds. Boom, boom, boom. There it is. Okay. So let's get a banner. Let's get the banner up. Oh, we got Philip Carl Roberts up in the building. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, bright and early. No messing around. Let's get the banner up. Oh, actually, hold on un momento. Mami, slow your tempo. Let's get it up. Let's get it up. Oh. All right, how are we going to start this thing? A couple of top themes. We got couple of big themes, two or three of them. Damn. How do we start this shiz nicks? Aaron Daly up in the building. Okay, so what's the banner? Where are we gonna start with this? Should we go straight into it? Yeah, my instincts say go. My instincts are conflicted. We're gonna get into it in a second. We're gonna get into it in a second. First things first. Let's warm in nice and gently. We ain't gotta go straight to the dessert. Let's start with the starter. Work our way to the main course, and then we do some dessert. Doesn't that sound reasonable? Okay, so let's go disco. Where is it? Boom, boom, boom. Okay, so let's start here. Let's warm it nice and gently. We ain't gotta rush it. Take your time. Okay, so Otter Better Beef, slightly overweight for the 175 limit. His title defense against Marcus Brown. Okay, so what we got here? Dang, I'm in the right page. Yes. Malcolm Marcel up in the building. Okay. Good to have everybody up in here. Let's go. What's going on here? Okay, so Better Beef came back to the scale an hour later and made weight, coming in at exactly 175 pounds to make the weight division limit. Okay, so Arthur stripped the first time he stepped on the scale Thursday afternoon in Montreal. It didn't help his cause as the defending IBF WBC light heavyweight champion. Okay, still came in a little bit over. As we know, he's fighting against Marcus Brown on Friday night at the Bell Center. Okay, so Russian-born based Better Beef, Montreal-based Better Beef was given 2 hours to weigh in at 175 pounds or less for the fight with Brown, who officially weighed in at 174.6 pounds. Okay, where are we now? Okay, so anyway, long story short, he made it. Better Beef made it. What does this say here? What does that say here? Okay, so he made it to the scale. He made the weight limit at, the second time of asking or the third time of asking? It's probably second time. Okay, so does that have an effect on who you think will win the fight? Smell an upset in the Better Beef fight. Marcus Brown. I think Marcus Brown's going to pull it off. Only problem with Marcus Brown is, he's got that suspect chin. He's got that suspect chin. So, it's a question. Better Beef still have his power, but I guess if Brown draws this out, that might be his best option, but I guess he's attacked the best form of defense. In this case, I don't know. We'll see. Maybe go for the body. Go for the breadbasket. You know what I'm saying? Maybe target the body. That's what Brown should do, arguably. What's going on? Flatly, Fury running already ain't happening. But you can only run so far. Wizard Sleeves. You can only run so far and so long. I don't see any way out for Fury. I don't see any way out. When you got your promoter, your own promoter saying, I'll bring up the article in a moment, when your own promoter saying that, don't look like there's any way out. When your own promoter saying that, then, that's kind of tricky. Looks like it's on. Okay, so that was the Better Beef. That was the Better Beef story. Let me see. Let me take a sip of my drink. As we move. Okay, moving nice and swiftly. Okay, so let's stop that. Where is that? Where is that story? Okay, let's stop that. Rearrange my screen just a little bit. Okay, I'm used to this formation now. This is good. Okay, so let's come out of that. And what's the other one I want to start with? What's the other one I want to start with? Oh yeah, here it is. Okay, we're doing it. We're doing it rapid fire. Rapid fire. No time to tarry. No time to tarry. Okay, so as a matter of fact, rat-a-tat-tat. Let me just go ahead and do a little check here. Let me do a little systems check. Okay. Yeah, that's good. Systems in order. Do a little double check there. Okay. Yes. Okay. Systems are good. Okay, that's good. Okay. So let's get into this one. Okay, so Eddie Hearn starting Adrian Broner talks tonight for Ben Clash in April in the UK. Let's have a look. I have a feeling that Adrian Bonehead will price himself out of the Ben fight. Yeah. He's always likely to do that. He's always likely to try and do that. But I think that with all, he's had some issues. He's got to pay a fine. He's got to pay a big fine. And if he wants to stay out of jail because the lady judge who fined him $600,000 for touching the rear of a lady in a bar. The lady judge who charged him $600,000 US. She's put him in jail at least once for not abiding by the terms and conditions. So I put it to the ladies and the gentlemen of the jury. I put it to you that Adrian Broner is in dire need of a cash influx. In the simplest terms, I believe Adrian Broner need that money. He need that money. He need it as a matter of urgency. So I don't think he's in any position to be turning down decent offers, and you can be sure that Eddie Hearn's going to make him a decent offer. I'm confident of that. They want it. They want to send Conor Ben over there to the US of A and have his debut, showcase him against pay-per-view guy Adrian Broner. I think it's a good move. So if Broner prices himself out, he is a whole fool. He's a whole fool. I would suggest to Adrian Broner that he better take that DAZN back. He better take that Matchroom back, and be grateful and thankful that people are still somebody's still gonna bring him the bag. I don't think Eddie Hearn's gonna lowball it. I think he's gonna make him a very sensible offer, and I think the sensible thing for Adrian Broner to do is accept it. He need that money. Okay. So let's get into this a little bit may have been a bit premature with the AJ poll because I want to do other polls, but we'll get you voting on that poll anyway. About Billions says that the caption on Adrian Broner's shorts, but hey, hey, it's all right. Wishful thinking, my friend. Wishful thinking. Read more. Okay, let's tickle this a little bit. Let's hit this. Tickle this just a little bit. Okay, so Hearn states that he will begin negotiations with former 4-division world champion Adrian Broner tonight to set up a fight with his rising welterweight star Conor Benn for April in the UK. Okay, so Hearn says this is the last chance opportunity for the Broner's 32 name. The 32-year-old Broner. He'll be offering him to take on the young 24-year-old Conor Benn. According to Hearn, if Broner loses the fight, his career will be done. Blimey, that's a bit harsh, isn't it? Okay. Okay, so yeah, Broner's been in there with Manny Pacquiao, Mike Garcia as of late. Okay. I got a call with Broner tonight. Broner wants to have a good final run in the game, and he would like to have a fight in Cincinnati or wherever, said Eddie Hearn to IFL about his hopes to set up a fight between Broner and Benn. Okay, well, I think in his head he'd rather fight at 140. Broner talks about 135 and 140, but he never actually makes that weight. Okay, I would like to bring him to the UK in April to fight Conor Benn. It's an O2 sellout. It's massive. We'll see how the talks go tonight. It's something we will definitely be pursuing. Yes, of course, always, said Hearn, when asked if talks with Broner will come down to money. You're never going to make Adrian Broner an offer that he thinks is fair. I think with Adrian, without speaking to him in depth, which I'll do tonight, it's about a plan. Okay. It's Adrian Broner, Eddie Hearn, starting talks about potential clash in April. Okay. Let's have a look what we got in the chat. What's going on in the chat? Good challenge for Ben, absolutely. I'd like that fight. I really like that fight. Adrian Broner, I think it's well matched because Adrian Broner seems to have a problem letting his hands go, whereas Conor Benn does not. So, if Adrian Broner wants to shell up, he's going to get pinged. He's going to get... So he better throw them hands. He better throw them hands. Okay. I spent to thank Broner and the Charlo sisters. OMG. Hilarious. Okay. So what's going on? Let's stop that. And move along. Okay, let's come out of that right there. Okay. This is an interesting one. We can mention. Okay, so what's the visibility like on that? Okay, so Daniel Jacobs and John Ryder have agreed terms for February the 12th fight in London. Okay, Daniel Jacobs, John Ryder. Okay, I don't know what this fight really means. I don't know what this fight really means. Let's go. Let's see where it takes either man. Okay, Jacobs, Ryder, agreed terms. There's no word yet on whether this fight will be a title eliminator at super middleweight, but it would make sense if it were. Okay, well, there we go. If that's what they're talking about, if the title eliminator for the super middleweight. What's the super middleweights looking like right now? Okay, so let's have a look at the super middleweights. You see what I can see. Super middleweights, WBO, Canelo. IBF, Canelo. WBA, Canelo. WBC, Canelo. Okay, so it seems like they're haggling for a fight with Canelo. Danny Jacobs already fought Canelo, lost. What was that? Points. John Ryder was spoken of a potential Canelo fight. I think he was in the mix. Was he not in the mix at some point? Yeah, John Ryder was in the mix. I think standing in for somebody. Or was John Ryder? Oh yeah, John Ryder was the stand-aside guy for the, what was he called? Billy Joe Saunders. But when Billy Joe Saunders was threatening to pull out because of the ring or something. I don't know, was it the money or the ring? Was it the ring or the money? I think it was said that John Ryder was on standby. John Ryder was standing in the wings. So Jacobs hasn't fought in over a year since his controversial win over Gabriel Rosado. Remember that one? Gabriel Rosado. I think a lot of people thought that Rosado won that fight, but Jacobs got it. Jacobs should have thought about giving Rosado a rematch because the fans feel that was a gift over the New Yorker. The way Rosado fought Jacobs was wise not to push for a rematch, though. Okay, well, that's hypothesis, supposition. Okay, another. Anybody longing for another Canelo fight? Jacobs v. Canelo. I must say, I'm not really longing for that. Not really longing for that at all. But either way, might be an interesting fight. See how, the pairing might be an interesting pairing. Jacobs v. Ryder. Okay. Stop sharing that. Start sharing this. Okay. Yeah, I think I need to take that poll down because I want to do some other polls. Let's go. Where are we? Let's have a look. Free wants to know parts of Dillian or the UK. OMG. Yeah, an interesting question was posed a few weeks ago. When has Fury brought a big fight to the UK? This one's going to be a big one. Okay. bring that down. Let's have a look. Let's have a look at the poll. OMG. OMG. I'm very, very surprised. Very surprised that the poll says Usyk. Who wins? Usyk on points, 11%. Usyk via KO, 11%. Joshua via points, 22%. Joshua via KO, a whopping 56%. OMG. Okay, but it's a small sample size. I think we're going to have to leave that, 21 minutes ago? Dang. Our time flies. Okay, I think we're going to have to leave that up a little bit more. It's a small sample size. Okay, we double the sample size, and I'll take it down. But there's some other polls I want to do. Why can't I do 2 polls at the same time? Why can't I do 2 polls at the same time? No, Jacobs hit Canelo with 1 solid left. It was not that competitive in my opinion. Not worthy of a rematch. Yeah, I got no appetite. I got no appetite for a rematch. Sorry. Got no appetite for that. Okay. I was torn between Usyk points and Joshua KO. Yeah. Usyk points, Joshua KO. Well, what the poll suggests to me is that there are people like myself who think that Joshua is the underdog for me. But even so, I could still see Joshua KOing Usyk. I know some people find it hard to believe. But like I say, I reiterate, I think Usyk is the favorite for me. But I could still see Joshua getting a KO over Usyk. Okay, the poll is still up. What are you talking about there? You're talking about Tyson Fury, his UK crapola is only another way to Dutch. OMG. Okay, so let us move on where we're at now. Okay, we're in the meat of the thing. We're in the eye of the storm. So let's go. Where we go? I think we go to the interview. We're going to do the AJ thing now. Where's the interview that I'm looking for? Okay, let's go this way. Let's do it this way. Scrolling. Where is this thing? Where is it? Yeah, I'm still scrolling. I have to just play the video. Dang. Where has it disappeared to? Damn thing's disappeared. Where is it? Oh. There's another way. There is another way. Okay, let's get out of that. Let's bring that down and let me retrieve it another way. Okay. Yeah. Boom. Okay, this must be it. I just shut it down. I just shut it down? No. Okay. See what AJ had to say in this exclusive.
On track. It's easy to kind.
Hold on a second. Let's get the screen right. Nope. Yeah. Okay. Let's get the banner. Okay. Show that. AJ talking about staying on track. Loss doesn't define you. Can you hear the AJ? Can you hear the AJ interview? Could you hear the AJ? Could you hear? You couldn't hear him. OMG. Could you hear him just now? You couldn't hear him? Oh Lord. Okay, let's try one more time. Let's try one more time. Hold on, 1 2 1 2. You could not hear that. Okay, let's go again. OMG. Okay, I'm going to go again. If there's any issues, let me know in the chat. It's going to take me around 15 seconds to see what you wrote. But let's try that one more time.
After a defeat, we always want to kind of like drown in our sorrows and take away from the things that got us to where we are. But it's important to stay consistent, in my opinion. So stay on track. It's easy to kind of lose focus at that stage because your mind drifts onto other things. How, why, when did it go wrong? But we tend not to look at all the positives that kind of got us to this position. And it's just fine tweaks that make a difference. And if you don't train and you don't stay consistent, you're not going to realize what those fine tweaks are. So having a strong mind to stay consistent and making tweaks will always get you to the goal, even though it may deter now and again and take a bit longer, but staying on track is important to reach your final destination.
Okay. You heard that okay? Good. Good. Okay. So let me play that back for myself. Let me see what the quality is like. Uno momento. Just gonna have to mute myself for a couple seconds. Okay. Session is good. Let us proceed.
You're winning. So when you're winning, it takes the team around you to make the changes that are needed. So you need like a visionary performance director to be at the top and making sure that changes are being made. And then when I go out and I perform and I lose, then I've got to kind of address and be accountable for my mistakes. So even when people are winning, there's still reasons and there's still gaps in the market as to where we can improve, even when things are going well. Like any business, good quarter, good month, whatnot, but we need to make improvements. Now, for me as an athlete, when I perform and I lose, I have to be accountable for where I can improve, and changes have to be made when winning and when losing.
Okay. Changes have to be made whether you're winning or losing.
Where I've got to in boxing, it's not just based on power, etc. But I did try and adopt a lot of the sweet science because I wanted to improve as a boxer. However, I'm at a stage in my career where to change my whole style can be quite detrimental. And that's why I go back to what I said a minute ago, is tweaks are probably more beneficial than changing the whole system at this level and this time in my career, which I've spent time learning. So it's been good. Not an excuse, but for me personally, looking and weighing things up, I think that, when I have a bit more aggression, take a few more risks with a lot of my attributes, they will put a lot of opponents in sticky situations rather than other attributes that I tried to adopt. So I had to weigh it up and look at what actually is beneficial for my style, my DNA, my makeup. And I think, being more explosive, combination punching is something that I specialize in.
Boom, boom, boom. Being more explosive, combination punching is what it's all about. Great points indeed. Great points indeed. I'm glad he's realized that. 100. Who's his coach? Yeah, damn good question. Did he get an American coach after all? Does he train over in America? Or is he back in England? Who's his coach? That's a damn good question. Who's his coach? And when's the rematch? Okay, let us proceed.
Fight. It's not massive. It's not a massive situation. If I would have won three more rounds, I probably would have won. So it's just small tweaks, and I know.
If I'd have won 3 more rounds, I probably would have won. Just 3 more rounds. It's not a massive thing.
I would have won the fight. It's not. If I would have won 3 more rounds, I would have won the fight. It's not massive. It's not a massive situation. If I would have won three more rounds, I probably would have won. So it's just small tweaks, and I know there's probably a round or 2 in the fight which were my most dominant rounds, and all that means is start off how those rounds were starting off in the middle round. So if let's say round 10 was a great round for me, take that round 10, put it in round 1, and build from there. That first bell has to be like round 10, and I can build from there. And I'll go out and I'll get the victory. 3 more rounds, I could have been victorious and still sitting here as champion. So I don't want to look at all the negatives. I've got to take a positive from it and go out there and win, Interesting
points. 3 more rounds. 3 more rounds. I'll still be sitting here as El Champion. Okay.
9 minutes of a fight to be heavyweight champion again. 9 minutes. All the negatives, I've got to take a positive from it and go out there and win. 9 minutes of a fight to be heavyweight champion again.
Boom, boom, boom. If McCracken is still there, that will tell me everything I need to know. Well, the thing is, McCracken will still be there, but he needs input. He needs input. Good question indeed. He's probably watched the fight back and seen where he eased off. We should have put the pressure on 100%. No chance he got easy. He got beat easy. I was there, says Leighton Evelyn. Damn. TKO 22 up in the building. I noticed something about the 45-minute mark. At the 45-minute mark of each show, the numbers seem to increase. It always seems to be at the 45-minute mark. What's so special about the 45-minute mark? I'm intrigued. TKO 22 up in the building. Okay, no chance, says Leighton. I was there. Have you taken the poll? The poll is in the chat. The poll is in the chat. Take the poll, folks. Take the poll. I can't see it right now, but I will. Okay, so what else did Joshua have to say?
He's one of the favorites. I've been at the top of boxing ever since I walked into a boxing gym. I've been at the top of this game. So for me, I'm never going to be an underdog. I deserve to be on top. I work hard enough to be on top. And even if I'm a fraction underneath where the top is, I'll make sure I get back to where I belong.
Dang. Joshua's saying he's going to get back to the top where he belongs.
No possibility. I want Alexander Usyk. I want the belts.
He was asked, is there any chance, any possibility of him stepping aside?
No possibility. I want Alexander Usyk. I want the belts.
No possibility. I want Alexander Usyk, and I want the belts. There's been a lot of talk about Joshua stepping aside, about this and that, 20 mil, 40 mil. Call it what you will. Joshua says no possibility. I want Usyk, and I want the belts.
No possibility. I want Alexander Usyk. I want the belts.
Boom. Short and concise.
I think that's a major part in my motivation, is to become 3-time heavyweight champion of the world. And the beautiful thing about it is, within my heart and my soul, my spirit, my brain, I know I can do it. Any of them credit, they both hurt. Me.
That's a good spirit.
I fought for the best. I'm 2-time heavyweight champion of the world. I've had the most title defenses. I've got the best resume. I wasn't in the heavyweight division when Fury was in the division. I was still an amateur. I wasn't a professional when Wilder was. These are the guys that they claim as 1, 2, and 3. I came in maybe 4 years later, and I've beaten better fighters than them. I got the most heart. I'm the most resilient. I've seen it all. I've done it all. I've won fights. I've lost fights. I've won my belt, regained it back. That's why I put myself as number 125, because no one can match me when it comes to that.
Boom, boom, boom. Came after them cats. Came after them cats and outshined them. Fought better opponents than they did overall. Got a better resume. We call it CV over here in the UK. Curriculum vitae. Slatin. Slatin. If you put those interviews to bed, put them to bed, put them to sleep, put them to sleep. It was about a week ago, Leighton. About a week ago. It was all good till a week ago. December the 6th. December the 6th. Okay, about a week ago. AJ needs to fix up and get over and done with it. With this Ukrainian fighter. He's been getting bare stick since losing. He just needs to prove the doubters wrong. Okay, very confident Big Boys Boxing. I presume you've taken the poll. I presume you've taken the poll, Big Boys Boxing. Big Boys Boxing says that AJ gonna lose again. Oh dear, it's not good to count your chickens before the eggs have hatched. We don't really know that. Who's the favorite? I think Usyk is the favorite from a personal perspective. But yeah, I don't think it ain't over. It ain't over till the rotund lady sings. And she ain't sung yet. Not to the best of my knowledge. Okay. All I want to hear is Usyk. Forget all that other stuff about Wilder Fury. Well, he just put it to bed. He ain't interested in no step aside. Okay. He also said he was a businessman. Oh dear. Okay. What's going on? Sorry. Being hatched once. It's the same damn egg. Oh, that's funny. Hey, well, we don't know. We don't know what's going to happen. But the poll is there. Get your votes in. Get the notes in. Okay, so that's all I'm going to do with that interview. There's another a few more minutes left, but I think we've touched on the most germane points. Anthony Joshua said all he needs to do is win 3 more rounds. 3 more rounds. That's all it's going to take. Okay, so then we can drop the poll on that. Let me get into the poll, actually. I'm in a different page. Let's get back into the poll. Let's see what's happening. Okay, damn. Okay, so how long has it been up? It's been up 44 minutes. 45 minutes. Okay. If you're in here and enjoying the show, don't forget to smash that like button. Do it now. Smash that like button if you have not already done so. Hit that subscribe button if you have not already done so, but you're enjoying the fare. And what's that? Like, subscribe, you're commenting, I presume. Okay, and there is a share button. Share it on all social media platforms. Okay, so name the poll now. Get your vote in. If you haven't voted yet, get your vote in. It's not too late. Okay, so who wins? 3, 2, 1. Okay, so it ended the poll. What's this question here? Okay, Raphie, what happened with his change of trainer? Or is he sticking to McCracken? Otherwise, time is running out if he's to make a change. Well, has he found his American trainer? Has he settled on one, or is he going to be doing what? Is he using different ones? Is he going around different gyms? Or is that top secret? Because obviously something must be happening, but we just don't know. Okay, let's announce the results of the poll. Who wins? Joshua K. Hold on. Usyk by points, 17%. Joshua by points, 23%. Usyk by KO, 23%. And Joshua via KO, 35%. So overall, let's have a look. Let's do the totting up, okay? So Usyk has a grand total of 40% of the vote. Usyk has 40% of the vote here on election night, okay? And Joshua, let's do his totals. That's 58%. What? How does that make sense? Hold on. 40 and 58? It could not be. Could be. Oh. Because that comes up shy. That comes up slightly shy. But anyway, that's the totals. Usyk 30. Usyk 30%. That's right, 30%. Usyk has 30% of the vote, and Joshua has 58% of the vote. There's a missing 3%. I don't know where the missing 3% is. I don't know. Maybe YouTube keeps that for themselves. Who knows? I have faith in AJ. I went for the KO. I went for Joshua KO, but I almost went for Usyk points. The poll could have been closer. Definitely. Let's not forget about the missing 3%. I'd like to know what YouTube done with the missing 3%. Okay, so what we're looking at now, well, it seems natural. Natural. We're gonna move over. We're gonna shift gears. We're gonna look at, what's this here? We're gonna look at, let's get a new poll in. Before we touch on the subject, let me write it in right now. Who wins? Parker via points. Parker via KO. Chisora via points. Chisora via KO. Okay, let me just do that check. Who wins? Parker via KO. Parker via points. Parker via KO. Chisora via points. Chisora via KO. That's the missing 3 rounds, Raphie. I want to know what happened to them 3%. What the hell? YouTube taking something out of everybody's thing, man. Damn, YouTube eating everybody's food. Damn. I went for Usyk via KO, subject to change. Just doing a Ronnie Coleman leg set. MG, Ronnie Coleman when you said Ronnie Coleman, my mind switched to, wasn't there an announcer back in the day called Ronnie Coleman on British TV? For some strange reason, he was the first person that came to mind rather than Ronnie Coleman, the bodybuilder. OMG. A Chinese pigeon up in the building. Okay. So, let's switch over now. Okay. The poll is in the chat. So let's grab let's see where we're going with this. Let's see where we're going with this. Let's bring something up. Oh, is that it? I think I just saw something. I think I just saw where I was. Oh, okay. Let's pull this up. Stop sharing that. And let's start sharing this. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, so Parker predicts a knockout of Chisora between the 6th and the 10th round. Let's have a look. Let's have a look at what he had to say. Well, okay, well, we know Parker's training. Let's pull this up. We know Parker. What's this cat's name? I forgot this cat's name. What's this cat's name? What's all these pop-ups? What's all these pop-ups? Chisora is dangerous with his rabbit punching. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Okay, well, since Parker's got with, what's this cat's name? I've forgotten his name. Let's have a look. Nobody's come up with it yet. Hold on, let's go over to YouTube. Let's see if we can find out this cat's name. I've forgotten his name. What is that? I've forgotten his name. What's his name? He's a trainer. Middleweight champion. What is his name? What is his name? Carcass trainer's name? No, he's not trained by Buddy McGirt. Hold on. Let me. I'll find it. Andy Lee. Okay, his name is Andy Lee. OMG. AJbxng.
What's up, Rap? Oh, go ahead.
Right. How you doing? How you doing?
I'm alright, man. I'm alright. You know what I mean? This this comeback for me. It's look like it's gonna be an interesting week. You know what I mean? Interesting week of fights. You was talking about the trainer for Joshua. What? I'm here. Go ahead.
Carry on.
Yeah, like the training for Joshua is still Rob McCracken. US expedition, or should I say campaign. It was just to try and see things from a different point of view. But Rob McCracken's going to be the same thing, and nothing's changed. And I believe that Joshua will win the rematch via stoppage or points. A mentality thing. It's the mentality thing. When you're rich and you're coming out of silk cheap, where's your hunger? You know what I mean? And Joshua's had so much success in his career, so much money, so much adulation. It usually gets the better of you. In this time when he lost, actually, he wasn't as bad as Ruiz because he got so much criticism because, Ruiz, short notice Ruiz, the way he looked. But losing against Usyk ain't no shame, ain't no credit, ain't no disrespect. Yeah, he's smaller, but he's well accomplished. And Joshua fought the wrong fight. So I think Rob McCracken, shout out to TKO 22, Rob McCracken and the rest of the team, they'll be on page and they may still have to change their tactics, but Joshua's gonna have to do a lot of infighting, a lot of tying him up and hitting him in the clinches, which he didn't. You're gonna have to do a more rough tactics. Like he said, if I have to throw him to the floor, you gotta do what you gotta do to get to Fury. You know what I mean? Because then ultimately, that's where we can judge Joshua ultimately on his legacy. I mean, his legacy is not complete, but that's really where you want to be. Like, you know what I mean? Fury kind of is doing what he wants. He's kind of got, Dillian Whyte, which most people don't think Dillian Whyte's going to win. But Joshua's got a harder route. You know what I mean? It's got a hard route. This one is another stumble, another stone in the block. And Joshua will get past Usyk. We know that. And then on to Tyson Fury. So I don't think no change in the trainers. He's knuckling down in Sheffield and Finchley, and they're getting the job done. They're going to get the job done.
Yes. Okay, so EJ fancies Joshua in the rematch. Okay. Shame you missed the poll. What was the result of the poll? Let me refresh my memory. Let's go through this. Oh yeah, Joshua about 58% of the vote, 35% by KO, and 23% by points. And Usyk had 30% of the vote. Okay, so there's a missing 3% there. We reckon that YouTube pocketed the missing 3% somehow. Okay, running in the winter sucks. Hey, warm weather training. That's why I have warm weather training, my friend. Get over there. Get over there to wherever. Get some warm weather training in. Andy Lee, yes, he is the trainer of Joseph Parker. And have you taken the vote in the poll yet, EJ? Have you taken the vote in the poll?
Okay, let me have a look at it. Okay, Parker points. Parker via KO. Chisora via points. Chisora via KO. Well, Derek will probably win on points again, but won't get the decision. But I'll go back to Derek. I'll go Derek by points. He gonna go for the stoppage, but Derek, though, in the heavyweight division, he really, he hurts you though. He can hurt you, but against Parker, Parker's cagey. He likes to hold, as we've seen. So yeah, I go Derek on points, but whether I don't think he'll get decision, but I go Derek on points. By the way, just on a side note to that,
Yeah.
Eddie Hearn, I think Eddie Hearn might get rid of Derek. I know Derek's been very entertaining, playing musical chairs in the media workout and engaging the press. But I don't think Eddie Hearn likes the idea that the guy didn't sell the fight. And he's been quite disruptive as late. With David Hay left him. David Hay had so much. David Hay was so stressed out from working. What's that? AJbxng Live. Yes, bro. Yeah, AJ just got to do a few corrections, fix up what needed to fix up, and hell deal with the matter. Yeah, that's it, and handle the matter. That's right. What I was saying is Derek Chisora needs to even in Easy Raphie. Yeah, man. Shout out. What's it? RFA boxing. What you saying, bro? Yeah, ER. Sorry, ER boxing. Yeah. What? Derek has been a nuisance, bro. AJbxng. Yeah. He's been a nuisance, man. He's been a nuisance in Eddie Hearn's side. You want to sell the fight. He's oxing man for more money. Right live in front of everyone. Are you joking, Eddie? Is you joking? He playing Queen at the press conference. First off, when you're playing that and on live on YouTube, you can't. You can't monetize the video. They'd have to cut that out because you're playing unless you got rights to the music.
Yeah.
Also, it's just.
I'm just gonna get myself a drink. I'll be back in 30 seconds.
No worries. Derek's being very difficult. Now, he needs to win. I'm telling you, he needs to win. If he ain't gonna win, Eddie's gonna drop him. I just see Eddie dropping him from the label, even though Derek's been entertaining. He uses him like a new a white rhino. You know what I mean? Dave Allen, like that kind of. Yeah. Okay, let's put Derek out there. Derek, this, that, the other. But the bottom line is there, like the reason why Parker got the thing is because most people think they could do more with Parker. He's got more upside than Derek. If Derek beat Parker, where does Parker go? So they kind of like looked at that, and also with the British board, Derek's further escapades, via Klitschko, throwing the table over with Dillian Whyte and all them stuff there, and now with this, it's getting, putting, I need more money. I mean, that's crazy. Like, what you mean you need more money? You know what I'm gonna say? It's madness, bro. You can't hijack the press conference. That's what he did. He hijacked the press conference, tell the man to give you more money. And playing music, like, but Derek still feels he's the A side. That's someone ain't told him. You know what I mean? The last Dave Codwell ain't gonna tell him, go, you Derek, you're not the A side. I don't give a F. Derek, I don't give a F. I'm the draw. I'm in London. My fans are gonna be coming. 100%, Derek. You're 100% right. Joseph Parker ain't got no big fans in London. We know that, right? But end of the day, your job as a fighter is to sell the press conference and to do media. Derek's never been good at doing that. Sometimes he acts in the. I don't know if this sells the fight. Does watching that press conference make me say, oh, I need to go watch the fight? I mean, Joseph Parker. I mean, him and Andy Lee just basic boring. So Derek is very entertaining in that respect, but I don't know. I think Eddie might look at him and say, you know what, this guy is more trouble than he's worth. What's the viewership after Derek? He's not really helping push the pay-per-views with this. And it's the same old antics, man. I don't know, man. Eddie look like, what's this guy? Is he holding me up for money? Derek, you know what I mean? Like, because David Hay, absconded.
Yeah.
He absconded. So,
He dipped out. He dipped out.
Yes.
I don't know why he dipped out, but he dipped out. I'm trying to open this damn innocent. Well, it's not innocent. It's what they call it, naked smoothie. And it seemed like part of the damn thing is like a damn workout. You gotta. I don't know. I think I'm gonna have to. Something wrong with the seal. Raphie can't open the damn thing. This is terrible, utterly terrible. I should have picked the other one. Okay, but who you got winning the fight? Yeah. I got Derek on points, man. Derek won the last fight. I got Derek winning. It's the same with Derek and Dillian Whyte, right? That was the first fight was very exciting. Dillian edged it. He had more upside. Same thing with Parker. Derek, I ain't gonna lie, Derek's had a lot of trilogies, with guys and that. But at this stage of his career, he puts up enough fights just to be in the fight. You know what I mean? He can't get any better than it is. But I ain't gonna lie to you, Parker's terrible. For a former world champion, he's terrible. The man was holding the last fight. I know there was no crowd.
You know, they're going to be crowding and stuff like the others. Hopefully, I like it. Like we saw George Fox lose against the Polish guy. You know, I hopefully Derek can pull it off and get the win, man, and get a deserved win. I don't rate Parker at all. Like Parker, for whatever reason, I know he's a good thing. He looks like he turned himself into a Tyson Fury groupie.
Hey,
you know what I mean?
Hey, I gotta ask you this question. What's his name? Parker said that he would never fight Tyson Fury because Tyson Fury is like a brother to him.
See it there?
What can I say about that? What the hell kind of mentality is it?
Big friend.
You don't want to fight the world champion. And I have to close the poll before I get to your response on that. I have to close the poll and get to that question. But let's just round up this one and see what the people had to say. Okay, so you can see for yourself there. Chisora via who wins? Chisora via KO 10%. Chisora via points 10%. That's a grand total 20% of the votes going for Chisora. Parker wins via KO 10%. Parker via points 69%. So that's a grand total of 79% for Parker and 20% for Chisora. So there's still 1% missing. So this time YouTube have taken 1% of the damn poll. What the hell's going on? Madness, I tell you. But before I get to EJ's response to Parker saying, as a matter of fact, come on, let's do this thing down properly. Let's put in a new, pose a new question. Let's do this right now. Parker says he will never fight Fury. Parker says he will never fight Fury. Let's save that and let's show that. And let's AJbxng Live. Your response to that. Your response to Parker saying he won't fight Fury because he is like a brother.
He's a groupie. Like he's resided to he looked at it like this, right? This is what most people do, and just in life, they see where the strong forces are in the sports of boxing, and they decide. I'll give you another one. Malik Scott and Deontay Wilder. He's another one. I think there was another one. A few fighters in history, like they fought or they're supposed to be fighting this guy, and all of a sudden they become their best friends. It's like what are you doing? Like your career's still active, you're still young. You're supposed to be the next New Zealand, prospect since Dave Tua. Like that's gone out the way. That's gone out the window. You ain't better than David Tua. Let's let that know. Even though David Tua never won a world belt, David Tua had the right mentality. He weren't trying to be no friends with no one. So him aligning himself with Fury has devalued him in my eyes. And looks like to me he's just happy to be one of the fellows, to help Fury, to keep Fury up the top. That's what it seems to me. And it seems to me he's conspiracy against AJ. I think he knows he can't beat AJ. He's lucky that referee was in that ring that time because AJ was gonna knock him out, right? That's just my opinion. And the fight against Dillian Whyte. Hey, listen, he got Dillian. I was at that press conference. Dillian shook him up from the press conference, told you not coming to my city and beating me and walking out alive. And that stuck in Parker's head. He goes, "What do you mean?" He goes, "What do you mean?" He's such a whip, yeah. He's such a whip, yeah. What you mean? And you know what, yeah. I might. By the way, my heavyweight won the national title. By the way,
congratulations.
Brian the Winger, he won the heavyweight title, yeah. So a national title. So you know what I mean. One thing I remember what Manny Stewart said about most big guys. He said they're cowards. Now I'm not saying all big guys. He said most. And the reason why he said that because big guys do not get approached. When you see someone like 7 foot, most people don't pick on them. So when they actually get hit, someone's hitting me, it's like a shock to the system. That's what Parker's like, you know what I mean? Because when Dillian said that to him, because Dillian's from the roads, it stayed in his head. But then he realized when that, as the fight was going on, he realized, oh, he ain't that big and strong. By then the fight was over and Dillian Dillian barely hanged on in the last round. You know, Dillian, and he was demanding a rematch. So I think he's aligned himself with Fury because he thinks like, if I stay over here with him, maybe I can learn from Fury. Maybe he might do this is reconnaissance mission. Maybe if I stay around Fury, learn his weaknesses, and eventually turn like a snake. You know, like WWE wrestling, turning him and say, I got you now. I know how to beat you now. And now I'm going to challenge you. You know what I mean? That could happen. What's up, man?
Okay. And the ERF boxing comes in. How you doing, Eric? Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Yeah, man. How you doing, Eric? You good?
Yeah, I was. I'll break up some insight.
To be fair, the ref helped Joshua in the Parker fight. I think the ref helped Joshua in the Parker fight. The ref helped Joshua by by stopping him from throwing the uppercuts.
Yeah, he did.
Stopping him from throwing the uppercuts. I don't know if that's helping Joshua.
He saved Parker. He saved Parker, man.
He saved Parker. Parker has wanted to fight Fury, but Fury has told him that he is not in his plan. So Parker's saying specifically, he won't fight Fury because Fury is like my brother. Hold on a second. Let me see if I can pull that up. Let me see if I can show the receipts. Parker says, I won't fight Fury. Google search. The one person. Let me open that. Okay, let me share that.
Tyson Fury, he's the main event right here in Vegas.
Yeah. Listen, he's always entertaining.
Hold on a second. Tell me if you can hear this, folks. Tell me if you can hear this. Uno momento.
Nope. I could hear it before though. Can't hear it now. Nope. Can't hear it, Raphie. You're on mute, mate.
Okay, you couldn't hear that. Okay, let me see if you can hear it now.
So he's always going to put on a great show, and that's probably the person I won't fight.
Right.
Yeah, you know,
like we don't fight him.
Yeah, we can try it. See what happens. But yeah, no, he's here. He's fighting next week, and we're looking forward to. The great thing about Vegas is that you can train, you can be in camp, but then also there's boxing shows, every other week. So
this is dangerous. I don't want to run into any copyright issues.
Yeah, it's just not far, so it's good to just go attend and enjoy yourself.
Come on.
Listen, I don't really know a lot about him. I know he's ranked in the WBA. He's number 4, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so he's untouchable at the moment. I think he's the heavyweight that that rules at the moment.
Well,
after me, that is.
Well, Kevin was saying that
even doesn't matter who he's fighting, he's going to be prepared. He's going to give everything into training camp. Yes, a lot of fighters.
Would you say that he looked sensational?
A lot more punches, a lot more entertaining. Just a hope
towards this Wilder rematch. The old phrase goes: a great boxer beats. They fight next year. The guy who made that got hit by Deontay Wilder.
Yeah,
like we don't fight him.
Yeah, he's always going to put on a great. The other day, he said he's sparring hard and working hard. He has a great team around him, so he's always going to put on a great show. And that's probably one person I won't fight.
Right.
Yeah,
like we don't fight him.
Yeah.
Okay, that's probably one person I won't fight. That's the video. There's an article that I've seen. I'll post the link up, but he's saying that I won't fight Fury. He is like a brother. He is like a brother. What the hell kind of mentality is that?
Yeah.
It's what they're saying in the poll. It's how long has it been up? It's 100% one vote that's going at the moment. What is the mentality when you listen? This This is your opportunity. You beat Chisora. You know, you put yourself up there. This is an opportunity. You cannot, as a fighter, you cannot turn down the opportunity for legacy. You can't do it. You have to my mind, you got to push for legacy, man. You can be friends before, you can be friends after, but you got to push for legacy, for goodness sakes.
Nah. He's resided to understand that he's gonna get hurt out here. He's not mentally strong. He's mentally. The same thing his manager, Thingy Higgins said about Anthony Joshua. See mental fragility. He's mentally weak. That's what Joseph Parker is. It's funny enough, yeah. When you call someone mentally weak, or Joshua, he called Joshua mentally weak, yeah. And I look at Joseph Parker. That's now, but anyone supported him and hearing him, that's weakness in its fullest entirety. You instead of you was a WBO undefeated champion. You lost to Joshua. You go against Dillian Whyte, and then you lose a fight, and then you don't get the rematch. Fine. And then what you then do, you get rid of your trainer, you align yourself with MTK, and now you're a Fury groupie. You know what I mean? That's crazy. That's crazy. He doesn't want to be a great. He just wants to be a Fury protector. That's what I think he's turned into, a Fury protector, and he's just
bodyguard.
Yeah, bodyguard. Yeah, but literally, and I think he's just there. If anyone wants to get to Fury, they got to face him first. That's what he's. All of a sudden, how can you become close? You didn't even know him, right? You was in New Zealand. When did you become close? Because MTK assigned him and gave him money and this and that. And I think it's because of the MTK link up, Danny Kinningham and this, that, the other. And then I think they might have told him, look, there's no point you fighting Fury. We're paying you nice money. So he's sending his money back to Toga in New Zealand or whatever he's doing. And that's what it is. That David Higgins or whatever is, got the money. And that's why the other guy, the trainer, he's honorable. He said, I don't want to be involved with you, them gangsters. And he's left them to it. That's the same.
Parker's previous trainer?
Yeah, he left them to it. That's why.
Higgins? What was it? Higgins?
No, Higgins is the manager.
He's the manager. And
yeah,
Barry.
Barry, the one who beat Van Holland.
The one with the hair.
Yeah. He's an honorable guy. Like, I've met him, and he's honorable. He said, I want to be involved with these gangsters or anything affiliation with these people, and that's what Joseph Parker's become. He's become a Tyson Fury nut hugger. That's what he is. You know what I mean? Bodyguard, yeah, protector. That's what he is. I mean, that's what you want to do. Then fight. And he's not hurting nobody. But he doesn't want to be great, because if you want to be great, you got to knock off Fury. He doesn't.
Is he managed by MTK?
Yes. That's why.
I know Fury is MTK involvement, or I don't know. Well, maybe he's under their umbrella. Maybe he's training in their gyms. I don't know.
Yeah, he is. There he is. Yep, he is. He's a MTK fighter. That's what's happened. That's why Andy Lee's come on board. You know what I mean? That's how that link up has gone. And when that happened, that's when the trainer Kevin Barry, that's when he said, no, I don't want to be part of it. Same thing with James Helder, IFL. When they got involved, the MTK realized what they were getting. That's why he left MTK with Umar and
IFL.
Yeah, IFL. That's why they're no longer MTK. They're sponsored by Everlast. Everlast is another branch of the Kinnahan or whatever. You know what I mean?
No, Everlast is their own company.
No, they're Irish brand. They're Irish brand.
It's an American brand. American-Irish
brand. Yeah, they're still involved in the Kinnahan's brand. Everlast, they're all together. You know what I mean? That's why it's you can't really trace it through Everlast, but yeah, it's the same thing, isn't it? So what I'm saying is that he's decided to forego his own career, and he's just facilitated. So did Malik. You know, Malik did the same thing for a while. After he lost the
sacrifice, he was like a blood sacrifice.
Yeah, and the next, you're gonna see Joseph Parker training Fury.
Joseph Parker training Fury?
Yeah, probably if Fury loses, that Joseph Parker's gonna be his number one trainer. You know how that works.
How does that work?
Well, listen, if Fury starts going downhill, that's what happened, innit? Joseph Parker, his best buddy, is gonna start training him.
David Higgins and an ex-High Court judge from New Zealand. Parker has for managers his mother, father, David Higgins, and an ex-High Court judge. Dang.
Yeah.
Dang.
That's it. They control him. They control the poor guy. You know, from because he come from poor upbringing in New Zealand. He's controlled completely. They take all of his money, and that's what it is. It's all the money. At this point, it's all money. The MTK pay. They basically pay. They own him, and to as a protector to stay away from the top contenders. That's what it is.
Conspiracies in the camp. At 10:30 p.m. run along the canals of Central Brom. That's the pigeon doing his duty. We got the Prudential man up in here. Where's the Prudential man? I think I saw him. Oh, yes. The Prudential man up in the building. The poll is in the chat. Is it acceptable? Is it acceptable for... Hold on. Let me drop that down. That's a window too many. Is it acceptable? Parker not fighting Fury. Acceptable or unacceptable? Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and hit the bell icon to stay updated with news and notification. So that was a video. There's another article I'll see. I'll drop the link in the chat after the show. Okay. So what we're saying here, Parker looks and sounds very slow. I think he gets punched in the head, man. He gets punched in the head, for goodness sakes. That's gonna slow anybody down. AK Super Dope up in the building. How you doing, my friend? Good to have you up in here. Trouble in the camp. Empty the tank. Big Boys Boxing says you don't know much about Parker, do you, EJ? He's questioning your conspiracy theories, EJ. He's questioning your conspiracy theories.
These are all facts. He's with MTK. His trainer's not with him no more, and he doesn't want to fight Fury because he joined himself at MTK. These are all facts.
Parker has nothing to do with it. There's a difference of opinion here. There's a difference of opinion. I think we might have to do a little research project on that, but not today. We got difference of opinion. One party says Parker's connected with the MTK, which he is by virtue of the fact that he's training with Fury and they're all MTK. So he's under their umbrella to a certain extent, but is he actually physically signed with them? Has he made a blood sacrifice? Has he signed in blood to MTK? That is the question.
The blood. So funny, man. Hey, I think he's wearing their tracksuit, man.
Is Joseph Parker wearing the MTK logo?
Yeah, let's fight him. Yeah. Well, he's wearing. To be fair, he's wearing a Fury tracksuit with MTK, so that's why you know what I mean. So,
AJbxng up in the building, coming through with a nice super chat. Very much appreciated. Very much appreciated. The link's in the chat if you want to jump on in, AJbxng. Link is in the chat. Looks like Parker has made a blood sacrifice to the MTK. That's the hypothesis. Oh, MG, Parker going to the Bilderberg group. Oh, no. Oh, noes. Oh, dear. What is this? Parker gets so much conspiracy theories. Next, Joe will have started the Bay of Pigs invasion. OMG. OMG. Okay, so what else is there? I know there's something big. Did I ever go into it? Oh, here it is. Okay, so can I drop a window? Can I lose a window? Too many windows open. Let's share this. Let's share this. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, so we've already, people who didn't hear the beginning of the show, we've already debunked we've already debunked the hypothesis, the theory that Anthony Joshua, that wasn't in the beginning, that was like about halfway through. We've already debunked, we've already heard Joshua saying in his latest interview, which took place on the 6th of December. After the show, you can scroll on back and check that out if you're just joining us. We've already heard Joshua debunking the theory that he wants to step aside. We've heard him debunk that. We've heard it out of his own mouth. So you can listen to that back on the playback after that. So that's one option that's not open. And we've heard Eddie Hearn and now Frank Warren saying Dillian Whyte in Cardiff, Tyson Fury. What? Tyson Fury's promoter Frank Warren says Dillian Whyte in Cardiff for mid-March is likely to be the next fight for the Gypsy King. Okay, so let's get into that then. Let's get into that then. That's why we're here. I think that's the name of the show. What's this here? Oh, we got a lot of comments. Let me get through these comments before we go forth. Where are we? Parker is the MTK plug in the Pacific region. He is their operative. Their chosen operative. That's the hypothesis. That's not the Raphie saying so. I know me say so. Okay. Let's go. Okay. So, Frank Warren. Frank Warren has, they say, confirmed. I would say state. Frank Warren has stated Cardiff is the leading venue for Tyson Fury's world heavyweight title defense against Dillian Whyte, with March being the likely date. Okay, so
why is he talking? Why is he talking on other people's business? Like yeah, Eddie never does that. Eddie doesn't like say, "Oh, Frank's gonna do."
He's the promoter. Frank Warren is the promoter
Of what fight?
of Fury versus. Oh no, he's not going to be the promoter, is he? Well,
No.
Suppose they win the bid. Suppose he wins the bid over.
I'm saying he does that regularly. No, I understand Raphie, but he does that quite a lot on Eddie Hearn. I think he does it to provoke him. He's telling Eddie that telling him his fighters are fighting here and there. Like, where's he getting the knowledge from?
You know what he's saying?
Yeah, like
he's not going to be the promoter most likely.
No, that's all.
Yeah, that's a good point. Actually, that's a good point. But anyway, let's listen to what he said. So the proposed undisputed clash with that. Anyway. Okay. So, pertinent point. Warren told TalkSport the body snatcher is almost certainly going to be next for the 33-year-old undefeated champion, despite rumors Joshua is considering step aside. Well, unless Dillian Whyte and AJ step aside, that's where we are. Look at this faded picture. My gosh. Dang, that must have been taken with 1 megapixel. Them old 1 megapixel phones. OMG. Okay. Whyte left was twice involved in sparring with Fury. So we're just gonna have to deal with it. That's where we're at. If they were to both step aside, then that's great. But who's going to fight? And the first in, but who is going to fight? And the first, geez, if you can make sense of that, you're a better man than I. Anyway, so it's a bit messy, and I think we're getting to a stage now where I don't know. Maybe we just get on with our contractual commitments or our obligations. Get them out of the way. Then leave us in a position where the winner can fight each other. I believe that if the fight happens with Dillian, I believe that Tyson will be the victor. I hope I'm wrong. I believe Usyk will beat Joshua, but I hope Joshua wins because then he sets up a fight that we'd all like to see. All like to see, you mean a big money fight? That's what you mean. You mean he sets up a big money fight. Although right at this moment, the fight I want to see is Usyk with Tyson. Okay, he was whistling a different tune. He wasn't saying that when Joshua was in pole position, was he? He was coming up with all manner of excuses. But now it's Usyk. Yeah, he's loving it. Yeah, let's go. I want to see that fight. Oh, I want to see that fight. It's changed this tone. And there is Usyk in the background, photobombing Tyson Fury, who was singing. What was he singing? This will be the day that I die. At Bob Arum's birthday party. Highly inappropriate. Okay, Raphie just made a joke. What's going on? So, AJbxng, what are you saying to me, my friend? What are you saying to me?
I'm saying Frank is a wind-up merchant telling the next man about his business, about when, this, that, the other. Why would he want him to fight Usyk when you know the big payday was Joshua? He just don't want Eddie Hearn being in control of the board again. That's what it is, man. You know, it's funny, you know. Like I thought these guys were on their way out, but for whatever reason they've got a new lease of life. Bob Arum does turn 90 and he looks fresh. I ain't gonna lie, he looked like he's in his 60s, man. You know what I mean? And then
he drank from the fountain of youth.
Yeah, a new blood transfusion. That's what it is.
Blood transfusion. He's been having blood transfusion from
I think they've been taking blood transfusion from AJ because I don't know how these guys are still going on. These guys look like got a new lease, and Eddie looks like he's bloody aging, man. Because them man that outmaneuver him. I think where Eddie went to America,
they've been sucking the man's blood out. They're literally sucking out the man's blood.
Yeah, they've been sucking his blood, man, and Eddie's been outmaneuvered, outwitted, outthinked. When he had the whole game, see, sometimes Raphie, when you're playing a game, you don't tell the opposition I'm gonna beat you and expect them not to make adjustments. That's what's happened here. They've made adjustments and they're blocking him out. They're consequently beating him down. And Eddie looks like he's ruined. You know, I swear. And even now, look, that maneuver, right? To most people, you wouldn't think anything of it. But what he's doing is you're telling the Nux promoter when his fights are happening. He's like, what? What gives you the right to say anything? Like, why would you? Eddie has never did that. He never said, Frank's gonna. He always says anything he says, he kind of backs it. I know people have caught him being contradictory for you, but like Frank, they are really turning the screws, and it all happened, when they messed Eddie Hearn up with the Fury and AJ fight, when they strung him along and they knew there was arbitration. That was the game changer, and that's how this Usyk thing's happened. So the fact that they're rubbing it even more, say we want to fight Usyk, and they know damn well they don't want to fight Usyk, but they're just trying to rub it in Eddie's face. That's all this is about. That's all this is about.
Nothing being said about the juggernaut. Big juggernaut. Oh. Nothing being said about the juggernaut or Triple D. They're gone AWOL on us. Before Triple D was the new prospect coming up. They ain't gone nowhere.
Nah, he's the big. He ain't got nothing. He ain't learned nothing. He look like that guy ain't going nowhere. He hasn't got better. He's a big guy coming forward and stuff like that. You could see how to beat him. He's very basic. And they're trying to make Joe Joyce old. I don't know what they're trying to do. You know what I mean? I don't know what they do. Joe Joyce is
he's 36, probably 37 by now.
Yeah, his trainer Sam Jones has left him. Right, their contract this thing. He's gone somewhere else. He's
gone to boxer now. I think he's gone to boxer.
No, not boxer. No, not boxer.
Oh,
it's gone to another. Parabellum. Yeah. He's gone to another one, and Joe Joyce is there stuck with Frank Warren. And then what? Frank ain't even promoting him. Like Frank ain't. You ever see Frank say, "Look, Joe Joyce is next in line. We want a shot at blah blah blah." No, they don't care. No one really. They got Joe. He's got Joe Joyce, but he's got him on ice, man. He's got him on ice. He might as well have signed with Lou DeBella or one of them guys there, because they would have been vigorously trying to get the man his shot. You know, you sign with the wrong promoter, and they're just making you get cobwebs, man. What a great victory it was against Daniel Dubois, and all these excuses. Even on the scorecard, they had Daniel Dubois up. And then you went, and then why would you sign with that guy? Why would you sign with him? I don't know, man.
Oh dear. Triple D beat a top heavyweight contender when he beat Bogdan Dinu. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Who?
Um,
Never heard of him, bro.
Oh,
Top contenders, never heard of him. Phil Hovovich. You got Tony Yoko. You got all these. You got all the live contenders, not people in the top 50 that no one's heard of. Like, you know what I mean? I mean, I'm not trying to put aspersion in these guys there, but really and truly, you know, the WBO is very loyal to Frank Warren to give me shots. So Frank Warren's got another ace up his card in case anything goes wrong with Tyson Fury. He got Joe Joyce to put out there. He's covered you though. He's cut, and if you get past Joe Joyce, then they're singing Daniel Dubois. Remember, they were vigorously trying to put Joe Joyce against Daniel Dubois against AJ. They were trying to push for that fight for years, but Joe Joyce knocked him off.
Joyce should not have signed that extension.
No.
Fish Eyes doesn't care about Joyce because he doesn't make him enough money.
Nope.
What we got. I agree. He's been hanging around with the wrong guy, Frank Bruno. He's got the issues to deal with. He could do a better job with Triple D. Okay, Fight Doctor up in the building. Joyce should have been killing it on Boxer with Sky.
Yeah, real. That's that's whoever said that is right on the money. Right on the money. If he's with Boxer, then he will get. That's what thing he's done. Linden's got. They've got himself out of the contract with Frank, and they're going straight over the Boxer. Where basically you can control where you want to go, and it seems that guy is quite young enough. He'll help you to push you into where you go. You know what your dreams are. You know, with Frank and them old guys, yeah, they're just stagnating, man. They're so on it for the money. They don't really care about the sport in terms of like action fights. You know what I mean? Like they're so focused on the big paydays, but you're not putting action fights like the card Frank done. Joe Joyce could have been on that card. Other people could have been on that. Okay, Lyndon Arthur versus Thingy Yard. Okay, fine. Okay, it was all right. But really and truly, the card should have more guys on it, man. More guys on it that we care about, not guys on it that only sell tickets. That's what he does. He basically just, if you can sell a lot of tickets, you're on my card. So that means all he cares about, and most people do, all they care about is the money, not really the entertainment value. If it's entertaining, fine. But as long as I'm getting paid and you guys can pay for my limousine and my new Ferrari and my house, that's all I care about. Not really care about the thing. But Eddie Hearn's on the same thing as well. They care about selling tickets, man. And then that's what England boxers become. If you can fight a bit, then that's okay. But really and truly, is that going to make you become a world champion? I don't know.
Good points. Good observations. Lyndon will be controlled. Nothing. Lyndon will be controlled. I don't get that. What you mean? He's not with Frank anymore. You know that? He's not with Frank anymore. When he lost, his contract expired, so he's not with Frank anymore. Frank got the best. Frank got the best from Arthur. Did he? Or is the best yet to come? You know what I mean? Okay, nailed it on the head. What are we doing here? What we doing? I think, haven't we covered everything that we wanted to? Oh, dang, almost forgot. Y'all must have forgot.
Yeah.
Well, let's stop sharing that now. What am I sharing? Okay, well, let's stop sharing that because I almost forgot. That's not good. Okay, let us get into this. Let me start sharing. Boom. Okay, so this weekend, we got the zone. Everybody got the zone. When is Derek Chisora versus Josie Parker? TV channel, start time, etc. Okay, so I think you all know it is on the zone. And I'm sure you've all signed up to the zone. EJ, have you signed up to the zone?
Yeah, I'm on the zone. I made sure they didn't put. I think they changed the price, but I haven't changed the price on my bank account, so I'm still paying $1.99. They ain't getting
no chance. No
yeah.
chance.
Yeah,
they adjusted it. Check your statement.
Yeah, I saw it. They took $1.99. I'm telling you, that's what they took out.
How the hell have they took $1.99? Taking $7.99 from everybody else.
Yeah, but the thing is, they have to contact. I'm the one who has to change it with my bank. I got it set at that. So that's all they can. Unless I change it, that's what's gonna happen. They can't
No,
change it.
No,
Yeah.
no, check your bank statement.
I did.
Check your bank statement.
I saw when it came out, bro. I'm telling you.
All right, check it again. $7.99. If you ain't paying it now, they're gonna take it when they're gonna say, oh, you owe us such and such amount. They're gonna take a lump sum.
They might do it later, and then
They're gonna take a lump sum off you, mate. So you better start paying the $7.99 now. So they're gonna take a lump sum off you, and you have to skip your holidays.
No. I'm paying my $1.99, man. I'm not changing that for now.
EJ, you're storing up problems for the future, man. Pay the people, give unto Caesar that which is due unto Caesar. You never heard that?
I don't think any of her notices it. To be fair, I don't think they noticed it. I saw them take $1.99, so I said, "Yo, cool, that's fair." You know what I mean? But they took. Yeah, I'm not. Nah. You can't change my tariff without. Nah. You ain't changing.
And they're gonna change your tariff. You're looking at an old receipt. Trust me.
I'm not.
You're looking at last year's receipt, man. Come on.
Nah.
They singled you out and said, "Okay, everybody else has got to pay $79 except for EJ."
No.
Except for EJ.
I'm telling you, man, it's not happening, Raphie. But anyway, to be fair, $1.99 is just about the right price, man, for what's going on. Because, $1.99 is fair, bro. Because
how the hell can you watch a caliber of the fight of the caliber of Parker Chisora and not? Listen. Parker's consensus top 10.
Tell me how much. Tell me how much is worth. Tell me. You give me an estimate how much Parker Chisora 2 is worth in your eyes.
Listen, OBZ is a banker. All right, no jokes. OBZ is a banker. He works in that. He works in that sector. Yeah, and trust me, they're gonna whack you. They're gonna whack you, mate. So you better call up Eddie and say, Eddie, listen, sorry, for the last couple of months, you've been undercharging me, and I don't want no problem. So please,
don't worry about it. Hey, Raphie, don't worry about it. I want to know how much you think it's worth. Don't worry about that. I'm good. Tell me how much. How much you think Parker and Chisora is worth? 2 is worth in your eyes.
It's worth a $5. Surely it's worth a $5.
There you go. See, there you go. So the $1.99 is.
You just took him a tip. You give him worth a $5. You took him a
all right,
tip.
so yeah. See, this is what I'm saying. To be fair, yeah, that fight, yeah. If I didn't have the zone, I wouldn't pay for that. I'd stream it. So they're lucky they're even getting anything out of me. $1.99 is all they're getting. And if they want to push it after that, they want to push it. I ain't giving them nothing. I'll take them to court, and then they're gonna have to. I'll take them to court. Yeah, we go to court with that shit. $1.99 is my paying, and I ain't changing my tariff. They're lucky I'm giving them anything because
they're lucky to have you.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
They're lucky to have you as a customer.
Yeah, that's right. Because really and truly, you ain't really giving us quality money because you're not giving us fights every month, man. You only, bro. Sometimes 2 months, 3 months go by, we ain't got no cards, and the cards we got are not really from you. We're getting cards from America. We're getting cards from here. They're not really matching consistently. You know what I'm trying to say? And some of the quality is rubbish. It's rubbish, my friend. So $1.99 is all you're getting from me. And
you're getting some good fights. The zone brought you some of the knockouts of the year. They brought you Baumgardner versus Terry Harper. That's worth the admission fee alone.
You're crazy, bro.
That's worth the admission fee alone.
You're trolling on that one, bro. You're trolling on that one. You're trolling.
That was one of the knockouts of the year.
What fight was that?
Baumgardner versus Terry Harper.
I ain't seen that. I ain't seen that. Hey,
she turned her into a statue. You ain't seen that
one? The American. You talking about the American girl, right?
The American girl, Baumgardner.
Oh, yeah. You
don't know Baumgardner?
That was whacked. Yeah, no, I didn't know her before the fight. That's why I don't remember her name. I don't remember people's name when I see them once and they ain't done nothing else. I don't remember all you have to say the American girl knocking out the English girl. Now I remember. But so what, man? I don't really care about that, man. I don't care about that. Look, man.
That was the knockouts of the year, man.
PBC been more quality, man. PBC had better quality, man. You know what I'm saying?
PBC had better quality at $80.
I haven't been paying. Are
you serious right now?
I haven't been paying though. But look at the quality shows they've been putting on the Porter versus the Crawford.
$80.
Canelo versus versus Caleb Plant. Yeah, there were some good fights, man. They got some good fights. You know, the zone's best fight. The zone's best thing was Billy Joe Saunders versus Canelo. That was probably one of their best ones they ever did. That was amazing. That was one of the best ones they done of a recent time. Triple G ain't even fought. He's on their books. What's going on with Triple G? What's going on with Triple G? Can anyone tell me where's this guy gone? He's on the books, you know. Like he's not even fighting this year against the Japanese guy. See, no one even talking about that. Why did you sign the guy and to have him sit on the rocks? What's going on? Can someone tell me? Like, this is what I'm trying to tell you. So 199 is what you're getting, and that's what I'm sticking at.
Dang. Big Boys Boxing said I canceled my DAZN when the price went up. Fight is pay-per-view down here anyway, and I will not be buying it because it's not a fight I was wanting to see.
See, you see what I'm trying to tell you?
BBC too expensive. Canelo Plant was not good. I don't know about that. Canelo Plant.
It was good. That was worth. Billy Joe Saunders. Yeah,
that was worth $80 to you.
Yeah. Billy Joe Saunders getting he finally comeuppance was the best thing ever. But that guy was an irritant. It was a thorn in people's side. So that was worth it. But other than that, there's no fights that generate the juices, man. Parker and Chisora doesn't generate the juices. Nothing since, man. Nothing since. It's dry. AJ is the main culprit, yeah, that we want to see. And they won't give that. They still won't give us that free on the zone. They keep going back to Sky. Why do you keep going back to Sky? I know AJ's got a Sky contract, right? Why do you keep going to Sky when he's getting the zone? AJ's plugging all the money, but because they making the UK public pay on Sky because Sky still generates the most money, not the zone. They won't make no money on the zone. That's why they keep going back to Sky. You know what I mean? Who
doesn't make money on the zone?
No, Eddie don't make no money on the zone. They make more money on Sky. Eddie's got a contract. Eddie's got a contract with the zone. They have to pay him some amount of millions. I don't know. He's got a 50 million contract, and he gets 10 mil every year. I don't know how that contract works, but he's already got a contract with them, and they have to pay him, every quarterly or whatever. So he's good. That's it. He don't get no more money than that. But the real money's on Sky. Everyone knows that, man. That's why AJ goes Sky because
the real money's on Sky.
That's the real money.
I don't know about that.
Raphie, Dillian. Hey, Raphie. Hey, listen, Dillian Whyte and Fury. That's gonna be on BT box office, brethren. That's money right there. People gonna pay money to see that. That's not gonna be no the zone shit, man. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Sky's still the main shit, man. It is. People don't mind paying the money because they feel like it's worthy fight. These little whack ass fights they put on the zone a week. Katie Taylor, weak, man. Katie Taylor looks awful, by the way.
I've been saying that, but people don't seem to. I did a poll on that fight. I don't think she won that fight. She's another Canelo when it comes to getting a fight awarded against her. They won't do it. You can't beat her on points. You can't beat her on points. I don't know if she got Canelo status on that.
Yeah.
But, I don't know how.
Oh, that's right. Canelo status. You're 100% right. You can't beat her on point. You got to take her out, and they're not putting her in fights. Eddie Hearn's he's had enough of Katie. He's gonna put her in with the Serrano and just like gamble his chips. You know what I mean? It's gonna put her in a fight because she lost against that girl in New York, and she lost against her in the UK.
Yeah,
and you know what I mean?
New York.
She lost against.
To me, she lost the fight. But I did a poll, and people were convinced she won. I think sometimes people see. I think sometimes people see what they want to see. That girl outboxed her. That girl outboxed her. Yeah, that girl was a better boxer than her.
Yeah, she did.
Katie Taylor's a better flurrier. Yeah. If you're saying who's the better flurry, I say Katie Taylor, but who was the better overall boxer on that night? For me, it was Sharapova.
Yeah,
it was Sharapova. I did a poll. People say, I don't know, man. I think sometimes people get.
Well, are you talking about the last fight she had? The last fight she had?
Yeah.
I haven't seen. It. I'm gonna have to watch that. I bet she lost.
Listen. That girl was a better boxer than her.
She lost, right? But she won. But she lost.
Girl outboxed her. To me, that girl outboxed her.
I'm gonna watch that. I'm gonna watch that after this. Because I know she be getting some decisions out here, and I don't understand how. I think she hasn't improved. She still fights like an amateur, and she still hasn't really adjusted to the pro way of boxing. Like Jessica McAllister and also Natasha Jonas. They fight like pros, man. They real fight to hurt you. All she does is flurry, and then when it gets into late round, she gets tired, and her hair looks like Jack Amsterdam from the gangs of New York, and she starts looking terrible. Yeah, like she starts looking terrible. Like she got no power. She just flurries all the time, and it's like, yo, women's boxing has improved, and Katie Taylor has not. She's a knockout waiting to happen, bro. That's all I'm saying. People think Conor Ben's a knockout waiting to happen. I said I don't see that, because with Conor, all you do with Conor is like you give him leftovers. You get me? You give him leftovers until he builds up.
About Conor Ben versus Broner. We're talking about Ben.
This is a dangerous fight, bro. Straight out is a dangerous fight. Don't
Broner
ever get.
Don't punch no more, does he? Broner don't punch.
He's still heavy-handed, man. He's still heavy.
He's punch-averse, though, isn't he? He's punch-averse for some reason.
Well, the thing is, Broner, you see, like most things, yeah. If Broner hits you, it hurts, yeah. But if Broner, like, bro, like Connor's too fast. But let me tell you something. Broner can hit. I saw an Ashley Fairfame for him, right? At 140, Broner didn't make the weight, yeah. Even Marcus Madonna, he was pasting up Madonna in the last couple of rounds. Yeah, he got knocked down, but bro, he wanted that rematch. Bro, Marcus Madonna said, nope, I'm not giving you that. He's flat-footed, yeah. And Conor will be outputting him. But let me tell you something. If Conor stands with him, he's in trouble. But yeah, you like Conor to beat him in that fight. But Conor's looking the leftovers of Khan and Brook. And I think that's the way to go with Conor. You know what I mean? Like,
that's the way to go. Keep him coming up with skilled guys, steady. Keep him progressing steady. I like the Algieri fight. He did what most people didn't think he could do by taking out Algieri early.
Yeah,
the experienced champion in Algeria.
Yeah, that was impressive. Like, but let's get it right, yeah. If you can get a man 3 years later who's a former world champion, why not? I mean, he legitimately was a former world champion, and he beat him in a spectacular fashion like no one else. Yeah, we know he was 3 years layoff, but he's still Algeria's still a master boxer. His timing was off, boy, and Conor blew him out of the waters, yeah. And he's looking like his father's son. Let me tell you something. He looked like he's got his father's son. He's actually a better boxer. So a lot of people.
Boxer, I was gonna say he's a better boxer. He's a better boxer than
but his dad. But his dad's more exciting. It's straight out because his dad has got vulnerabilities that makes him in a way that you think you can take him and he'll bang you, brother. He'll bang you out hard. Do you know what I mean? So his dad is still got, in my opinion, still good. But Conor is making a nice little splash. I don't think he'll ever replace his dad, but it's a nice story to see his dad. But I can see his dad every time. If Conor ever gets hurt, his dad would cry. He'll cry a river. Cry me a river like I'm telling you, bro. He would cry a river because every time he fights, he wants his Justin Timberlake. I can see him. Yeah, like when I watch his dad, because I like his dad so much. He's one of my favorite fighters. When I watch his dad and I'm watching his son, it hurts, man. It hurts because I can see the pain in Ben's face. When he wins, he's got relief. But then he goes for every single time a pain thing. You know what I mean? Seeing my young boy in the ring against these guys hitting my son. You know what I mean? I don't think people could understand that, like having someone a family member in the ring getting hit by other people, you know? It's an
emotional thing.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Yeah, so I'm happy with Conor fighting who he's fighting. Go ahead.
Yeah, me too. I agree. To the question is Joshua is Joshua still with Sky? Is he left Sky? I think the contract's expired. I think Joshua's more like a free agent. So he can fight on Sky. I think he's going by fight basis. Will Broner be let in the UK? I think they can get him in the UK so long as it's not no long stay thing. You know what I'm saying? I think you can get him in. Weighs as much as Big Baby Miller. What's going on? Broner ain't doing shizzle. Besides going to jail. OMG. You know something? I think we've done it. EJ. By Jove, I think we've done it. No step aside. Joshua says no step aside. What else does he say? Yeah. He says he just needs to win 3 more rounds. Just 3 more rounds. Let's stop sharing that. Just 3 more rounds, and you can get the victory. What is he going here? 14-day visas. 14-day visa will be okay. Should be okay. From Adam Smith's interview, he seems confident AJ will stay. Well, that's interesting.
You damn right he will. You damn right.
EJ saying there's a better deal over there.
Yeah, it is, man.
Overall, when you look at the exposure, of Sky, then there's an argument.
Hey, you know what? Let's talk about it, right? The Zone. I came at my house, right? I see a big poster of the Zone. So the Zone is starting to make inroads, and you know what? Yeah, if they take over BT and they have the football, then it's a game change. That is what you call a game changer, because at that point, then I feel they will eclipse Sky. You know what I mean? If they can buy BT Sports with all the football and everything, I think at that point, with the football and the boxing, I think they will become a new power, and I think they'll wipe out boxer if that actually goes down, because I see them posters up and everything like that. I think they're still in negotiations, and I think in the new year they'll make a decision whether they're gonna the Zone is gonna buy it. But if they do buy BT Sports, right, it will definitely be a game changer, and that's why Eddie's keeping quiet, because if they do it, then he's gonna run Frank right out of thingy. His contract. Because all they'll do, they'll pay off Frankie's existing contract, get him out, and where does Frank go with his fighters? Where does he go? Where are you gonna go? You can't go back to Sky. Where you going? Channel 5 is booked up. Where do you go? That's a real lethal thing. It's like he's actually destroyed the competition. That it will be a game changer. We've run Frank out of town. Literally. I mean, we'll be sad, It's like when HBO went, but it's like the old replacing the new. That's the way boxing is, like Don King barely does any shows no more, because Bob Arum kind of took over and run him out. The networks ain't done it, too much arguments or whatever. Even though he still does shows, or he barely does any shows, Bob Arum's still Don King's still there, but he ain't doing nothing, man. He ain't doing nothing. But Top Rank is still a force because they got ESPN. So you need a major network. So hopefully Frank can do something. But if it will be a game changer if the Zone thing. We don't know if that's going ahead, but they're in talks.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pose this to you guys here and Raphie as well. Yeah, right. I was talking to someone about it, and I think it was the best idea ever. What do you guys think of boxing on Netflix?
I ain't got Netflix. I cancelled.
Yes, but imagine if there was like live boxing on Netflix.
You got Netflix?
Yes, most everyone's house has got Netflix.
I just told you I cancelled it.
No, I know. But okay, you haven't. But what do you think of Netflix doing live boxing, or a promoter like Frank Warren having live boxing on Netflix?
I wouldn't be averse to it. How much it costs?
No, the normal price what Netflix pay.
Oh, so it's included in your Netflix subscription?
Yes.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, I'm cool with that.
Yeah, I think that would be the way forward. And no one's come out with the idea yet. If someone can grab the idea, I think that'll be a game changer, because Netflix is already in everyone's house already. And that to me is already, because you got the movies, and now you got a boxing archive. Frank's already got all the archives. So if Frank was to go onto Netflix, that's what I think he's. I don't. If I talk to Frank, I'll talk to him about it. That really is the network that everyone has. Everyone's got Netflix. You can do a deal where your thing's doing Netflix. You'll get into more homes with that, man. Everyone be on Netflix.
That for sure. There's no doubt. Netflix plus boxing equals damn good idea. Bring back Netflix.
Yeah, bring back Jim Lampley. Bring back Sugar Ray Leonard. Bring back some of the great old timers, George Foreman. Make them do some commentary. You damn right, I'll be on that. And now you can do Netflix.
Right.
You got Netflix. Now you can do Netflix pay per view. If you want to pay extra. Yeah.
OMG, I just forgot. That's an interesting point about the Netflix, but I just forgot. I just looked at the thumbnail and I remember what I forgot. Errol Spence, seems like his time's running out. It seems like ducking season is close to being over. It's coming to be over. It seems like the what do you call it? The walls are narrowing in. The walls are narrowing in on Errol Spence. The IBF, he hasn't fought his IBF mandatory in 3 years. And it looks like they're setting the wheels in motion for Boots Ennis to move up in the rankings. He could be number one. Who's number one? It's Ortiz. I think Ortiz might be number one. Boots Ennis number two. in the IBF rankings, and it looks like they're going to be next. They're going to be next to call a mandatory. And Errol Spence. So it looks like Errol Spence will be fighting if he continues to duck Terence Crawford. Looks like he's going to be fighting Ortiz, forget his first name, or Ennis, Boots Ennis. So it's looking like the walls are narrowing in for Errol Spence. EJ, what does he do? What does he do? What does Errol Spence do?
Abscond. That's what he needs to do. He needs to vacate. He needs to vacate the belt and cite that my rep to the thingy reps is not healed yet. So I'll vacate the belt and get more time, get more bargaining chips, man. He don't lose no stock. I advocated for Anthony Joshua to vacate the WBO belt. For Usyk, he should have vacated, let him and Joe Joyce fight each other, kill each other, and pick up the bones. And then he could have pursued the fight. Oh, you don't undisputed. Yeah, no. I'll get undisputed later on. My main mission is to fight Fury. That was my mission. You know what I mean? That's where I thought Joshua would have did. But consequently, Joshua said, no, well, I don't want to duck him. We want to be honorable. And look what you got now, holding another mess that you didn't even want to get into. So
that's another fine mess you got me into.
Yes, that's right. That's Stanley lower than Hardy's. yeah. Right. And you know what? Yeah, I say to myself, Errol Spence, don't be dumb. You know what I mean? Let Innes and Conor Ben maybe fight for the vacant belt. Or Annalesian versus Errol Spence, one of them other top contenders. Let them kill each other. You know what I mean? You, on the other hand, should just vacate the belt, try and keep yourself healthy, wealthy, and wise. And you know what? We want to see the Crawford fight. And if you got anything left inside of you, make the Crawford fight. You know what I mean? Make the Crawford fight. That's what I feel you should do. But if you don't want to take that fight and you're still not healed, just vacate the belts. We'd understand. You've been a great servant to the sport. Yes. And that's what it is. Because real talk, in this boxing game, no one cares when you lose, man. No one cares when the belts are there. The belts carry dust. But if I vacate the belts and I'm still number one, will we still regard him number one? Of course we will, because no one beat him. You know what I mean? We have to see you physically beat to say, look at Fury, right? Fury got rid of the belts and he was still demanding he's the guy. Everyone's like, but you ain't got the belts. But he kept talking it until eventually, look, he's got the belts now. So my whole thing is just vacate the belts, heal yourself up, then you can, and just demand what you want to do. That's what I would do. So don't worry about Innes or none of them guys there. But if you do choose to fight them, it'd be great for the sport.
Straight up and down. Straight up and down. No place to run. No place to hide. I think Errol Spence might as well take EJ's advice and simply abscond. Okay, so we've gone through it all. Joshua says he ain't stepping aside. He's coming back. He only needs to win 3 more rounds. Chisora says he's going to knock out Parker. Parker says he's going to knock out Chisora. You've already voted, and as a very heavy favorite in Parker. Mate, I think he lost the first time around. Second time around, I think he might be a little bit better. He's under Andy Lee now. He's looking a little bit leaner. We gonna see. Tyson Fury looks like his running days are over too. Looks like he's been hemmed in. The walls are closing in around him too. And looks like he ain't going to be able to escape the Dillian Whyte fight. And so the walls are closing in on these slick champions. Walls closing in on Tyson Fury. Walls closing in on Errol Spence. Joshua says, I just need to win 3 more rounds. I ain't stepping aside. Yes. I think we've done it by Joe VJ. I think we've done it. AJbxng, big shout out goes out to the AJbxng live. AJbxng, your final words, please. Thanks for jumping on. It's been highly entertaining.
Yeah. You know, always good to come over Raphie's Dawkins channel. Make sure you guys hit the like button. If you haven't subscribed, make sure you subscribe. You know what I mean? All the latest news over here on Raphael Dawkins Combat Radio. So I'm surprised the fact that they don't jump on and some of the other guys, but you know, it's always
Fight Doctor's bruised. Fight Doctor's licking his bruises right now. He's just
Yeah.
healing up. He's just soaking the damaged areas with the finest top grade mushrooms. He's just healing up, man, to give the man a chance to heal up, for goodness sakes.
Yeah. Hey, boy. Hey, listen. So yeah, you know, we're gonna keep talking about boxing. I haven't done no lives for about a month. I've been campaigning with my heavyweight, Brian and Wingy. He hopefully, you know, he might be the next big thing coming out. We've got the elites coming out. That's the ABAs. He's gonna campaign on that next year. If he does that well in that, then we can see maybe Team GB might become calling, and maybe you can check a run for the Olympics. So all things are possible. So that's why I haven't made no lives. But if I'm not on lives, I'll come over and support Raphael Dawkins. Whoever wants to come over and support Raphael Dawkins Combat Radio. Shout out to Raphie himself, let me come on, and everyone in the chat, and I'll catch you. I'll bid you adieu. Peace.
Peace out. And that was the AJbxng live. And very entertaining chat. We got through some conspiracies. We got through some conspiracy talk. You know, some sacrifices. Got through some sacrificial talk. You know, as Parker sold his soul to the MTK Global Empire under dubious circumstances. We gotta make sure he's okay. We gotta make sure he's okay. Keep sacre bleu. We gotta make sure he's okay. Keep an eye on Joseph. Keep an eye on Joseph. We don't want no more sacrifices. Okay. Very fun show. Great show. It's a good time had by all. And a big shout out to our sponsor, AJbxng. And all you have to do to become a sponsor of the show is simply right where you're typing, you just move over slightly to the left and you'll see the super chat button. If you want to support the channel, what you gotta do is keep on coming, keep on smashing that like button, keep on smashing that subscribe button, keep on hitting that bell icon. Keep on hitting that bell icon. Try and get, them people. Yeah, they're most welcome. They're most welcome. They can come on over and sponsor the show anytime. And remember, we're starting the membership thing where you can get some exclusive shows as a member. It won't affect any subscribers. You still get your boxing talk with Raphie. You know, Raphie got to spread his wings and fly. So we got some new shows in the pipeline that will only be under the membership. Only be for members. Only members gonna see that. So make sure, you know, we're gonna have the lower price point, and we're gonna have a very special, as a special show, as a special program, which will possibly be involved at the higher price point. But that's going to be real good. That's going to be real good. We're going to have the lower price point and the higher price point for a special particular show. Particular show that's going to be running at least 3 times a week. And it's going to get you bouncing on your feet. No equipment needed. Raphie's going to get you doing your exercises wherever you may be. You're going to be getting it via your phone. No equipment needed. That's going to be the one at the higher price point, but the general one will be the lower price point. It's going to be all good. It's going to be all cool in the gang. Whatever price point's good for you, we're going to work it out. We can work it out. We can work it out. Like, subscribe, comment, share. Yeah, don't forget to share. Don't forget to share. Okay. That's good stuff. That's good stuff indeed. Okay, so you have been in tune to. What is it? What is this one called? What is this one called? Boxing. Oh, dang. Let's end the poll. Let's end the poll. Okay, you have been in tune to Boxing Talk with Raphie. Fury v. Whyte in Cardiff in March. Cardiff in March. Possibly, says Frank Warren. Okay, so we ended the poll. Parker not fighting Fury because he says I can't fight because he's like a brother. Unacceptable. People said it was 18% of respondents said it was acceptable, and 81% of respondents said it was not. It's entirely unacceptable. So, Parker, shake your head, man. I don't know what's going on. Don't know what's going on. I don't know if somebody's strong-arming Parker. We got to make sure he's safe. So what's 81% plus 18%? That's 99%. I forgot about the poll. I remembered, though. I remembered. So 81%. Let me look at the percentage. It looks like YouTube have kept 1% for themselves. What is that? 81% plus 18%. That's 99%. What about the other percent? It seems like the YouTube are keeping that 1% for themselves. OMG. When the hell are we going to have a poll that comes up to 100%? What the hell is going on? It's preposterous. It's outrageous. Hey, big things coming. Small steps. Small steps. Small steps. That's how we'll get there. Okay. You have been in tune to Boxing Talk with Raphie. Oh, yeah, we're going to go live. We're going to go live on Saturday to cover the zone show. Parker versus what? Parker versus, I almost said Parker versus Fury there. No, Parker versus Chisora. I hope they mark it properly. No messing around. Let the best man win. And you can plan the percentage, but yeah, I want a rebate. I want a rebate. Yeah, I think Parker's. I thought Parker was going to win the first time. I think Chisora won on my scorecard. So yeah, still think Parker's going to win this time. He's gone away. He's working with Andy Lee. Should come back fresher, stronger. I think he's going to be better under Andy Lee than he was under Kevin Barry. But hey, that remains to be seen. I think, but I'm confident he's going to be better under Andy Lee. But we're going to see. We going to see. What else is there left to say? So we're covering that over here at the Raphael Dawkins Comeback Radio on Saturday. We've gone longer than we normally do, but hey, Raphie was feeling it. EJ came on and it just flowed. So, and thanks to the ERF Boxing, we couldn't hear you, but thank you for taking the time out of your day for coming on over. Thank you to everybody for coming on over. Thank you to AJbxng for the contribution, sponsoring the show. Appreciate it. Appreciation goes to everybody. Where are we now? We're Thursday. Friday, Saturday, so I'll be back on Saturday. If not Friday. Definitely Saturday. It's the Raphael Dawkins. Thank you all. It's the Comeback Radio. It's the like, it's the subscribe, it's the comments, it's the shares. And it is the hitting the bell icon to stay updated with news and notifications. And don't forget about live show. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter. And don't forget to send in little things that you think the Raphie, the Comeback Radio may find interesting on one level or another. Follow me on the social media to do so. Like Malcolm Marcel did. Thank you, Marcel. Thank you, Malcolm. Thank you very much. It's Raphael Dawkins. It's the Comeback Radio. And we are out. Blessings.